of the really, truly great outdoor writers in America today. His name's Homer Circle, and he's the angling editor of Sports Afield magazine. And I can tell you, Homer is not easily bowled over by claims that people make about new products.
You know, as a writer, you have to be analytical about something new coming along because your readers expect you to do a lot of thinking and testing ahead of time for them and to guide them in what you found out. This Spectra braided line is so perfect in so many ways. I keep looking for some negatives. I'm searching. And so far, I've been able to find no substantial negatives. Now, you may say, well, it's so soft that it wraps around your guide once in a while. So what? So does other lines wrap around your guide once in a while. Then you hear some people say, well, it's so strong and doesn't have enough stretch, it'll actually break a rod. No, if a rod breaks, it's either the rod's fault in design or the fisherman's fault. I can take the finest rod ever made, the strongest rod ever made, and if I put a compound bend in that rod as I'm landing a fish or I'm on a snag, I'll break the rod. If that rod breaks, it's either the fisherman's fault or it's the manufacturer design fault. I have not found a weakness in that line yet. Still searching, but I haven't found one. When you go out for a day's fishing with bass, I used to have 3 different outfits rigged up. One with a 6-pound monofilament line, another with 15, and a third with 30. For fishing different weight lures, different areas you're going to be putting lures into. Today it's very simple. I have 3 outfits rigged all right, but they all have the 30-pound test, 10-pound diameter braided Spectra line. That'll cast any lure I'm going to cast, from 1/4 ounce up through 2 or 3 ounces, and put it any place I want to put it without worry that it's going to break on me. And I don't know of anything I've used in my lifetime that gave me more surety in fishing, more satisfaction. Being able to first detect the fish's strike, and second, be able to set the hook, and third, be able to land that fish under adverse conditions. I go fishing now with the clearest conscience about no goof-ups in my day's fishing.
We're going to move to the Gulf of Mexico now, where we're going to join Captain Earl Waters. Homer and Earl are going to fish for redfish, and this is the first opportunity Earl has had to try spider wire Spectra fishing line.
Casting is just superb. I mean, it just goes forever. You wouldn't think anything could cast better than monofilament. This stuff flies.
You know, the biggest difference between the strike of a fish on monofilament versus this braided line, on monofilament, you suddenly feel a weight, a pull on the line. With this braided line, you feel an impact, a shock when that fish hits. You get every bit of that feel up the line into your hand. And I'll tell you, that's great.
Oh, I'm striking him too hard because I just feel him touching the hooks even. Now I got it. Oh! I would have never gone out and bought this line to use on what I had read about it and kind of concluded about it. Now I've had a chance to try it. I don't think I'd fish with anything else. I saw that fish. I saw 3 of them there cast. The first 2 went by it. And this smaller fish, the minute I saw its mouth open and close on it, I felt it. I felt it right away.
Well, that's quite an advantage. Sometimes I keep on fishing, Dave.
That's where you go right ahead. And he's a small fish, and they have fairly delicate tap. They don't hit it. Whoa, they don't hit it very hard. Once again, he's hooked in the lip there.
Let me see that. You know something? This is going to save fish because you didn't have to wait until you feel like you do on monofilament and you get it down his gullet pretty deep. The fish you've caught have been hooked right in the lips.
I felt that tap right away.
So when you want to turn them loose, that fish is not hurt.
That's right.
I like that.
You know, if you're a tournament fisherman or an average fisherman, the first thing you're going to find out about this line before you ever catch a fish is how wonderful it casts. If you look at monofilament line, it has some inherent characteristics about it that are just unbearable when it comes to casting. It has a lot of memory to it and all coiled up. Actually, it's a mess. But if you look at spider wire, it's just smooth as silk. And when you cast this line off this reel, you're going to find that it's very, very, very smooth, smoother than anything you've ever cast before. And I can't even begin to tell you what this line does for spinning gear. When you cast with spinning gear, it comes out, goes straight through the guide. You don't have all that muss up and all that line hitting the first guide. It does for spinning what it has never done before. It makes it a wonderful piece of machinery.